What up, bro? Welcome to a new episode of the BrandonJaneauShow. Show. As you know, I am BrandonJaneau, like always, on all podcast platforms everywhere. BrandonJaneauShow. Show. Social media platforms, Instagram, TikTok, Threads, Facebook, BrandonJaneauShow. Show. And of course, YouTube channel, BrandonJaneauShow. Show. There you go. Subscribe, comment, like. I do comment back. So, hope you guys enjoy this episode, man. Because tonight, I haven't done this in a minute, but it's time to do one. Point of view or random shit. It's been a lot of shit going on. A lot of shit been going on. Um, so I got four things I want to talk about. Just get my point of view on it. You might think it's random shit. I don't know, but either way it goes, it's something. So right out the gate, let's just get out the way. So President Joe Biden has officially announced that he is dropping out of the presidential race in 2024, and I'm assuming Kamala Harris now just takes the mantle. I don't know if they gotta go through a vetting process or a debate with her, which I'm clearly seeing that the Democrats are now kind of all being like, nah, she's just gonna run for office. Um, we all need Joe. We all knew Joe Biden was gonna drop out the race. What I respect about the fact that he is dropping out the race is the fact that he acknowledged that I mean, I don't want to say he acknowledged it, but he knew. But he had some resistance towards it. But I think he knew, like, he's not mentally there. He's getting older, and he might not win. And I think the respect that he had, this is something that people could get mad at or whatever. But the fact that he chose to sit there and say, you know what, I can't help the country in this state I'm in. Respect, respect. Now that he's out, Kamala Harris, like I said, the vice president, is now perceived, I guess, to be the new Democratic uh running new Democratic presidential candidate. I'm assuming. I think she was out here in Houston doing talking for teachers, and school boards and stuff this morning. What do I think about the race now, the presidential race now? I guess Donald Trump versus Kamala Harris. I think the Republicans gonna dug themselves on their own hole. I think Kamala Harris has just gotta let them. I don't see. All she gotta do is just keep. She's now actually um aware of what the hell she's saying. I say that. Like she's aware of what she's saying. Like, she actually does have a record in, you know, what being a prosecutor in California. So yeah. Um it's one thing to try to run circles around uh barely there Joe Biden that barely knows what the fuck he's talking about versus now an actual woman, black woman who's now running for vice president. I don't want to make this about race, literally, but this isn't the same. Like Donald Trump knows this is not the same race. All he had to do was pretty much just be somewhat aware of where he's at on stage versus Joe Biden. That's not the case anymore. Those insults that you're now gonna slang at her m- might actually hurt you in the long haul. So, and for any person that's like, "Oh, I'm not voting for Kamala Harris because of this," I want to ask you a question. Why was you voting in the first place? Why were you gonna vote for Biden? Why were you gonna vote for Trump? Why are you voting in the first place? If you wanted to vote, if you were gonna vote, to me, this is actually a better option. I know people don't want to hear that, but it's a better option than both of them. I want to see what this country will look like with a woman as president. That'd be pretty goddamn intriguing. And it not only be a woman, it's the first black woman, like the first president, first woman to ever be president is a black woman, biracial, whatever you want to call it. But that's that's monumental, man. You could give it to Hillary, okay, cool. But what's the holding of Kamala Harris? I don't get it. I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? So especially if somebody that's actually been right on the side of Joe Biden for the last 4 years and has been briefed on everything he's kind of been briefed on. What is the holdup? Uh, I can't wait to see the first debate. I might actually tune in for that shit. I used to tune in a lot for the Obama debates when I was young. I can't wait to see the first debate between her and Trump because that talking in circle shit, that talking in circle shit is not gonna cut it. That insult shit ain't gonna cut it. You gonna actually have to sound like a politician. And if Kamala cuts him down on certain things and be like, listen, we can't even have that conversation because we're not even in the same stratosphere. What do you do? I'm not sitting here saying you shouldn't still vote for Trump. If you're gonna vote for Trump, vote for Trump. Nobody's telling you not to vote for Trump. But in my eyes, this is a way better situation. God Almighty, from what the fuck we could have had, which is old man, decrepit, dimension probably written Joe Biden versus whatever comes to his mind, delusional ass, you know, I'm the only option you really have. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's none of that. And now you got the VP, JD Vixen Vaughns, trying to shoot shots at her, and it's like, bro, like, y'all are stupid. Y'all are not understanding. This is playing perfectly into her hands. If I was trumping them, I would not be trying to. The mudslinging is not gonna work in this case. And I get that that's Trump shit, but that mudslinging shit might actually backfire on you because now you're not dealing with a person that we are looking at like literally lose his mind on stage. This is actually a person that's very aware of where she's at, that can talk with the best of them, and it's not delusional. It don't have dementia. like, like we actually got a actual president candidate. That's the difference. This isn't that's what is really the crazy part is that we actually have an actual presidential candidate. This isn't just somebody that you just throwing out there. This is actually a real presidential candidate. Now, how people will now it's all up to the people, really. But at the end of the day, but at the end of the day, we shall see. I don't know who she gets as VP. I would probably give it to uh, Newsom from California. I think it's time for him. I think them two getting back together, and her coming from California, being a prosecutor in California, him being a governor of California. I actually think that'd be a pretty good matchup. So, and plus, a lot of people have said he can be a presidential candidate one day. So, I mean, for the next at least 8 years, if she gets it, if she wins it, and then she keeps it for another term, I mean, why not? Let's see. But this is actually gonna be this is actually gonna be interesting now. The presidential, what's actually crazy is the presidential election now is actually interesting. I didn't give a fuck about this presidential election. Now it's like as long as she don't fuck up, and this is the thing, let Trump talk himself into the problems because he's going to fuck up somewhere in that debate. And like I said, the mudslinging that he's gonna do is going to fuck himself. She doesn't really have to do a lot except just be aware. Like, be aware. Call him out on his shit. Actually tell people like, oh really? Oh, you inherited the best economy in a minute, and then you tanked it in 4 fucking years. And then you trying to sit up there and tell me Joe Biden and me tanked this economy? How? You saying you got on stage and called you know said what black jobs? What? She could destroy Trump. This is gonna be funny. This might be live TV. This might be funny as shit. This might be the best reality TV show I've ever seen in my life. This gonna be funny. This shit gonna be funny. I can't wait to watch this one, man. I don't know how you go from presidential debates to now what I gotta talk about next. It's like I have no idea. But anyway, so Tyler Perry dropped this movie, uh, Divorce in Black, I think it's called. Um, I didn't watch it. I don't watch Tyler Perry movies like that, except old ones, like Medea's Family Reunion and shit like that. Old shit, old Tyler Perry movies when it was still like some intrigue towards them. You know what I'm saying? Like some intrigue towards them. Now that now that he does this, um, what he does, um, so he dropped this movie. A lot of people have been criticizing it left and fucking right, saying this is just the same old Tyler Perry movie. Rotten Tomatoes, I think, gave it a fucking zero. It didn't even give it a rating. It just was a zero. Um, I think he got, and Tyler Perry was on, I think, Kiki Palmer's podcast and said something about highbrow Negro or something like that, talking about his critics and shit. What I think what here's the thing. Tyler Perry is starting to fall into the same thing that everybody falls into at certain points. When you've been doing something for so long, you have more critics than you have fans. You have more people that's going to question what you're doing than actually believe that you're actually pushing forward and moving forward. It's the same shit we see in the music right now with the Drake shit. People want to criticize him, but it's like it's worked for me. This is what I know. Now you can sit there and say you want me to evolve and do all this other shit, but what's actually what you're saying is you want me to be what these other people are. I'm not them. I can't be them. What you need is to go fuck with them. And Tyler Perry, I feel like is running into that same situation. Now, like I said, I've been watching Tyler Perry maybe a year, so I don't really give a fuck. I don't care. I I don't care. But Tyler Perry is his own cause of his fault of his problems because, like I said, you're running into the scenario of you run into the situation of you having grown when it comes to movies when you do things, and I totally agree. I mean, there's certain things I like. I watch a Tyler Perry movie. I can watch a Tyler Perry movie like the first Diary of a Mad Black Woman. I can watch that movie, and I can pretty much tell you it's the same. The same player is gonna probably be in this next movie. But again, what got people interested in him was that. That's what he wrote. And so it's kind of hard for him to kind of now kind of like take a step out of it because it's got him his own studios. He's the first black person to really own his own studio, full like full studio. Tyler Perry Studios. He owns that shit outright. That's all his. Like so he's probably looking at it in the sense of like y'all complaining and bitching and moaning, but you still watching it. And that's the thing. Nowadays, people just watch hate. They don't even watch it just to really congratulate it or fuck with it. They just watch it to hate on it. And when you have a situation like that, it's kind of hard for people to really have a true um, vision or at least uh, something that's not clouding their judgment when they come to watch your shit. So or listen to your shit. So I kind of feel like Tyler Perry. I think people are trying to discredit it, but it's like, bro, like my thing has always been like this. Some of y'all gotta get like me, which is if it comes on TV, I'll watch it. If it doesn't, then I'm not gonna seek it because I'm not looking for it. I'm not looking for it. I don't want to watch this shit. That's just how it is. Excuse me. But people gotta learn that. People gotta understand that. But I think the world we live in right now is just a bunch of people that just want to hate on shit, and that's just how people want to move. They don't give a shit how it sounds in their head. It's just that's how they feel. And you can't really get mad at that. Now, something else that happened this weekend was Joe Budden and Cardi B. Joe Budden, podcaster, former rapper, and Cardi B was beefing on social media. I don't know what the fuck over. I'm assuming it was over her lack of music being put out there and all that other shit. Whatever. But, Cardi B, I think today went off on Ice Spice because she allegedly dissed her on her upcoming album that's dropping tonight. Okay, here's that. Here's my thing on Cardi B. I don't think she wants to be a musician. I don't think she ever wanted to be a musician. I think she saw that as the only way she can keep her success and keep fame because music is the easiest thing to get into. Well, it was. Now podcasts is like the easiest thing to get into. But music at the time was like one of the easiest things to get into because you don't really need to have a sound. You don't really need to do any of this shit. All you gotta do is just have a hit, especially in this era where a lot of people just have to have a hit. Nothing more, nothing less. It ain't even gotta be a long hit. It could just be like a TikTok trend. As long as something that keeps people fucking with you, and that's kind of what this industry, the industry is looking like. So for Cardi B, who got into the industry coming off of reality TV, it's kind of like I don't think she ever wanted to be a musician, but I think once it popped for her and her first album did numbers, it was kind of like, oh shit, wait a minute, okay, well, I guess I'll still do it. But she's dropped music since then, and her songs just haven't been good. Let's just be real. Let's keep it a buck. It just hasn't been good. Her music is not, and her music was never great to me. I never thought that her music was top tier greatness. But because so many people loved her, they made the songs bigger than probably what it was. Like, how many of y'all still playing Bodak Yellow? Oh, I like it like that. Or Be Careful with Me. And shit like how many people still playing Cardi B songs? Like that. Maybe those because there's other hits. But how many people are going back and listening to Press and Money and all this other bullshit she dropped? Not that many. And that's the thing. I don't think she wants to be a musician. But because it's the only thing that has kept her relevant, which I can't even say that because you fell in love with Cardi B not because of her, because she was an artist. You fell in love with her because of her personality. Her personality seems infectious. Like if you're around it, then it's not it's hard to not fuck with her. But that's kind of the problem she fell into. Is now she's like stuck in this dilemma where she's like, I don't really want to do the music shit, but my fans want me to continuously do this music shit. And I, and here's where I got a problem with Cardi B because then you go off on your fans and you start shitting on your fans, and it's like those are the people that's paying your bills and keeping you relevant. Why would you talk shit about them? And it's like now I don't even think you want to be famous, which totally understand that, but it's like don't sit there and shit on the people that that kept you in this, that kept you here because they could have completely and utterly ignored you and not giving you all that success and not giving you all that fame. But because they fucked with you, they decided to do that. I don't like when people try to shit on you know, their fan base, because the fans are the reason for why you even got success. But for her to, and she still does this shit, go on social media and go crazy on people. For what fuck? Why? Because they're actually telling you what it is. The truth is, you you have not dropped music, and when you have dropped music, it hasn't. It's come and gone. Is that the fans' fault or is that yours? Yeah, you say it's the fans' fault, but if it's not good, I'm not investing my time and energy into this shit. And then you sit there and shit on the fans. It's like, no, man. Like, no, man. I, yeah, my thing is this for Cardi. I think she should just stop trying to. I think she should stop trying to be famous. I think it's just gotten to a point in her you know life, and she just doesn't like it. Understood, understood. But where you kind of now putting yourself into a situation is like shitting on the people that support you. That's a problem, and I don't understand it. And last but not least, I am so looking forward to this weekend. If I get some money, I am going to this movie. I don't give a shit what people want to say, what people want to do. I am going to this movie. Deadpool and Wolverine is out this weekend, and I am excited. Deadpool is officially joining the MCU. There's been a lot of people saying this is gonna happen in the movie. This is gonna happen in the movie. I don't want to hear any spoilers. I just want to go watch the son of a bitch. It comes out tonight. It will be out tonight. And I can't wait to see what's gonna happen. Um, yeah, this is gonna be dope. This is gonna be dope. Now, to me personally, I think Deadpool is gonna be the first movie in Marvel. I actually like um the Marvels movie that just came out. I thought it was actually really good. It set up the mutants pretty much. It set up the mutants, X-Men coming in. Now you have Deadpool now coming and joining, and Wolverine is joining Deadpool. Like that's a crazy thing. So now we're about to see the next Marvel and movies, which clearly they I think you got Captain America coming out next. I think uh what's it next year? I think that was announced. So I'm looking forward to seeing that, man. I think I cannot wait to go watch this movie. Deadpool is one of my favorite characters, one of my favorite superheroes, anti-hero, I guess you want to say. Uh, but this is gonna be a dope movie. I can't wait to see it. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. This is a point of view of random shit. Hope you guys enjoyed this. I am BrandonJaneau. Peace.